Now, I get even more bothered about our country, Nigeria. When we think about government and leadership, we usually remember the social contract theory of essentially the triadic social contractarians like Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, and Jean-Jacques Rousseau. And very remarkably is that of the Thomas Hobbes, who in his social contract theory was given a prescription and absolute description of the state of nature when he said in the state of nature life was short, solitary, brutish, nasty, and it was just war of all against all. It just depicts a society of naked power, a society where there is no order, a society where people move, act, behave according to how they just deem fit or necessary, not minding there should be a guiding principle or a rule guiding human behaviors in society. That's not the kind of society we are in today, when, in accordance with that theory, the occupants of the society and the community got together at some point and then began to think about how to solve the problem of the society. And that's when they got the Leviathan and submitted all their wills to the Leviathan to now administer. That's the existence of government. And essentially, the crux of government is the idea of security of lives and property. That's the essential thing of government. And from there now you can begin to think about welfare and all the rest of the things in the society. Think about infrastructure, education, and the rest. But in a society whereby the security is no longer guaranteed, it means there's no government. And for that reason, we will need to call our government of the day to order, call Mr. President. What is actually happening? But unfortunately, we have a government that works without the principles and policies we know in government in action. There's no separation of power. There's no checks and balances. As a matter of fact, the legislature is non-existent. In a cleaner society, in a society that is more sane, by this time we should be putting Mr. President and the executive and arm of government on their toes and asking them very important questions. It's either the government resigns or they get impeached or sent out. Which one is happening? And then, if this is the case, there's total collapse of the government, both from the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. There's no longer trust because the government has betrayed the people in all its ramifications. We don't have security of safety of any kind, whether property, lives, and all that. There's no. You can't have a 100 kilometer square safe in Nigeria. You can't move with your eyes closed for anything, anywhere. You can't even sleep. And then where the security apparatus of the government is attacked with reckless abandon and nothing is happening about it, calls for real thoughts and thinking, deep thinking. And in this situation, we need to now begin to ask ourselves, where are we? If the government to whom we have handed our common will cannot protect us, cannot give us security, both in our lives and our properties, that means the government has been exhausted. And therefore, we need to call all citizens to now come together to think about what is next. And then we need leadership in our country. And then the question is this: who will bear the cat?